We will now move to the third philosophy, which is pragmatism. Being pragmatic, what does that mean? Being pragmatic is being open to change, being open to the reality of today, and working with the change to your benefit. So, let us look at pragmatism. The universe is dynamic and evolving. The key term here is evolving. When you evolve, you change. So when you change, nothing can be permanent. And to a pragmatist, that is exactly the basis of his or her philosophy. Things change. Nothing is permanent. Nothing is there forever. And if change is going to happen, we might as well buy the change, live with it, work with it, and teach through that change. Purpose of thought is action, and for a pragmatist, truth is relative. Because they believe so strongly in change, truth cannot last forever. Truth must change too. And therefore, truth is relative. It depends on the situation, the context, the event, the happening, the people involved, etc., etc., etc. For truth to be relative, it is difficult then not to accept change. And for a pragmatist individual or a pragmatist teacher, change will happen. And change happens through the focus for pragmatism, which is experience. Your experiences change. People change their thoughts, their thinking, their ideas, their affiliations, their friends, because of the experiences you've had. It's now moving towards what you actually encounter. So we started with idealism, which focused on the mind, came to realism, which focused on the body, and now moving out to pragmatism, which focuses on experience. How does your mind and body experience the real world outside? What kinds of things do you feel, see, endure, want to change? And because of your experiences, change will happen. And the originators or perpetrators are Peirce and Dewey, two great philosophers who've done a lot of work in developing the notion or the idea that change is a given. Change will happen. Whether we want to believe it or not, change is a constant. Change will come. Change will happen. How do we bring that change into our classrooms? If I today still teach like my teacher taught me in 1980, I am actually disadvantaging my students today. 20, 30 years later, to teach the same stuff, to teach the same way, to teach giving students the same experiences does not help the 21st century child. Things have changed. Schools have changed. Students have changed. Contents have changed. Curriculum has changed. Textbooks have changed. But the teacher and the teaching methods remain the same. If we still teach today with teaching methods from the 1980s or 90s or even beyond that, it is not going to work. We need to give our students current stuff through current ways of doing things, and the only way we can do it is if we embrace change. And so, for a pragmatist teacher, it will be most easy to take change and to buy something new and to go into the classroom and do something different. Unlike the idealist and the realist teachers who would have difficulty dealing with change, the pragmatist teacher would have an ease dealing with change because that is what he or she believes in and believes that it is important for the student to get to change and to help students also understand that change in their lives will also happen, and you have to be open and receive that change and make the most of it.